Ever since the Celtics got Kristaps Porzingis back to 100%, I feel like they're starting to become one of the hardest teams to stop in the NBA. I mean, just take a look at this play, for example. All he does sets a little bit of a screen, but he doesn't, right? He act like he's going to, he doesn't, right? They're trying to communicate a switch or saying, hey, get back to your guy, and we're going to send Derek White onto a cut. Now, you're going to notice very quickly, Svi Mykhailiuk is late to switch. Now, look at Jason Tatum. What he's going to do is he's going to stare down the cut, which forces Walker Kessler to kind of back up and play that passing lane. But now, Svi goes back to Derek White. They leave Porzingis open with this 5-out type of system, and that versatility alone, that he can shoot this 3-ball, you cannot give him any separation, right? And if you didn't give him separation, well, then you have a wide open cut for Derek White, weak side rotation, open 3 for Al, right? Either way, there's no way you're defending this team, and Porzingis spots up for a 3, drains it, ultimately went on to have a beautiful game of 27 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, was unreal. Let's break down some Kristaps Porzingis film. Before we dive in, comment down below a letter grade for Porzingis in this win, and honestly, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family for more film analysis. Let's dive in. All right, look at the play design right here by Joe Mazzulla in the offense. We're going to get Jason Tatum to this corner. We're going to hit Porzingis as he's coming up the floor. And we're going to have Drew Holiday come and screen Jason Tatum's man. I guess you can call this a little bit of a flare screen or more of a back screen. Either way, we're getting Jason Tatum away from the basket. We're going to swing it right when that screen takes place. Now we have all the separation in the world, and Porzingis gets a nice little dime. Great job reading this play perfectly, understanding, okay, we got a flare screen, easy 3. Beautiful job. Let's go. Now, what I love about Porzingis, guys, is his court mapping ability, right? Maybe not the best in the world, but he has it, right? And what does court mapping ability mean? Well, whenever he gets the ball, he understands if he's able to drive into the lane, he knows, 1, where his teammates are going to be, but 2, and more importantly, he knows where the defense is going to rotate from. So if we're able to drive into the lane, he knows, okay, we might get weak side rotation, we might get strong side rotation, but wherever that comes from, I know where I need to pass the ball to. So he drives in, he's going to immediately see this weak side corner coming down to bite in on Al Horford as he's looking there. So when he overcommits downhill, boom, we swing it out to Derek White instead, manipulates the defense, finds the open man. That ball movement right there, again, makes this Celtics team pretty much unguardable. How do you stop that? Now look at this one. Tatum fadeaway mid-range, no good. We've done a really good job recently getting second chance opportunities. Tonight, we had 16 offensive rebounds. Al Horford taps this thing out. Drew Holiday gets it, kicks it right back to Porzingis. And again, I love his ability not to care. Shoot the damn ball. If you're open, let it fly. Beautiful job. Again, Porzingis tonight was what, 3 of 5 from downtown, 9 of 15 from the floor. Execution is key, and when the Celtics are hitting their threes, which tonight they didn't do well, again, it's against the Utah Jazz, so who cares, but man, when they're hitting their threes, good luck. You might not be able to stop this team. All right, another big time play here by KP. So we like to feed him in the post. Whenever you can initiate a double team, right, there's a couple of ways to do it. Either high pick and roll, you can invert pick and roll with Porzingis as your ball handler, or have Tatum as your ball handler off a high pick and roll. You can send Tatum into the post, you can send Porzingis in the post, and usually they'll send what you call a fire. Right? Now, basically what that means is you get a blitz from the top side, a fire from the top side, a double team from that top side. But sometimes teams tend to not send the double. But when you don't send that double with the mismatch, you're done. Again, it's a bad decision because look at what Porzingis is able to do. Back his way, gets to his spot on the floor that he likes, where 5 out. Basically, when you have a 5 out, nobody can help out down low because guess what? You help Drew Holiday 3. You help Derek White 3. If you help Payne Pritchard 3. If you help Sam Hauser 3. You can't do anything against this death lineup of the Celtics because now we just get an easy mid-range, gets it to go because there's no defense, just not big enough. Like I said, guys, if you want more film analysis from me for the Celtics and Porzingis and Tatum and all these guys, all you got to do is hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications if you want more of these videos, and we got you guys covered. So again, join the family. Now, let's take a look at this next possession down low once again. So he's in the post. He gets his isolation. We're already starting to see this weak side rotation. They're leaving Al open. Porzingis, this guy is obviously, 290. Getting 1 foot out the paint, 1 foot in the paint, trying to be as close as possible without over-committing to Porzingis. He says, all right, listen, if you're not going to over-commit to covering me, I'm going to take this shot. He does miss it, but look at him get the rebound, right? Getting back into it. Never give up on a play. Never. Never, never, never. And this is what I'm talking about. Great layup. We did miss it. Rims out. But look at this second chance look. Boom. Get the ball right back. Kick it out to Payton Pritchard. Look at him wall off. Look at him wall off. Look at it. Right? Beautiful job. He understands now he's got the lane. If he can just back up and wall off that defender from getting to Payton Pritchard, now we get an open look from this corner. We drain it. That's why second chance opportunities are so important in the NBA. Great job by Porzingis. All right, I lied. This is one of my favorite plays by Kristaps. This is elite stuff, okay? So whenever you get the ball to Porzingis, what did we talk about before, right? Sending those double teams not wanting these mismatches. Now, right now, there's no clear mismatch. They have Walker Kessler down low on Porzingis, so sometimes in these areas they won't send a double. But what they will do, the Celtics, they're going to set up a fake DHO. Okay, so now what is a fake DHO? Well, obviously a fake dribble handoff here. Now, when you run a DHO, what you do is hand the basketball off. Derek White will come off this thing, either shoot a 3, depending on what this big does, or if he overcommits, you'll drive by him into the paint, create that weak side rotation from the opposite side, right? But when you fake this action, what teams do is they'll hedge over, right? Preparing for it, they'll send this guy over, preparing for Derek White coming off this DHO. Okay, but when you fake this thing, now you get him into slight hesitation. Now, boom, instead of handing it off, you drive right by him. Look at that. I know it took a while to explain it, but I want to make sure you guys understand that either way, look at the hesitation. You get him flat-footed, boom, stops for just a second. And then he accelerates, throws down the hammer, gets it to go. Come on now, KP. All right, here we go. So now we're going to get a high pick and roll with Porzingis. Now, usually when this is Jrue Holiday, they won't send 2, right? Normally, if that's Jason Tatum instead of Jrue, they'll send this guy over, and then they'll hedge this guy to wait for Jason Tatum initiating a double as we get that leak to the basket by Kristaps Porzingis, which once again would create some sort of rotation. But scrap that. They're actually going to just switch this. So they send this guy over, and then they switch this guy onto the rolling Porzingis, right? So obviously right away we can tell mismatch, 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 right? We'll take this all day, every day. We find him down low. And again, if you're in this situation as a defense, there's only one thing you can really do. It's either to send that blitz or to send that fire, right? Either from anywhere. But again, with the Celtics team, you really just can't. Shooter, 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 shooter. You got shooters everywhere, which gives Porzingis this island to do whatever he wants. Fadeaway floater, gets it to go. Probably should have been an and one. And at this point, this game was over, man. They did a beautiful job. They put Porzingis out the game, and they won 121-99. Great game here by Boston. Great win. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. Porzingis is back. And so are the Celtics, man. Let's go. Banner 19, baby.